Milford Payne, Don, U.S. Representative for New Jersey's 10th Congressional District, serving since 1989. He is a member of the Democratic Party. He is the first African American to represent New Jersey in Congress. Representative Payne serves as chairman of the Congressional Black Caucus Foundation. He also served as past glitch has happened here. He is also a member of the Democratic Whip organization and has served as a member of the House Democratic Leadership Advisory Group. He is a senior member of the House Committee on Education and the Workforce. Representative Payne is senior member of the House Committee on Foreign Affairs, where he serves as ranking member of Subcommittee on Africa, Global Health and Human Rights, and as a member of the Subcommittee on the Western Hemisphere. He has been at the forefront of efforts to restore democracy and human rights in nations throughout the globe. He was successful in winning passage of a resolution declaring genocide in Darfur, Sudan. In fact, he authored the Sudan Peace Act, a measure to facilitate famine relief efforts and a comprehensive solution to the war in the Sudan, which was approved by the Congress. Now, Dr. Joye Reilly will read the statement of Congress Payne.
Thank you. Can you hear me? I'm Joye Reilly. I'm one of the coordinators of the New Jersey Response to the Crisis in Darfur Coalition, and I also bring you greetings from that organization and from the Darfur Rehabilitation Project and from Jewish Vocational Services Darfur Resettlement Project. And I hope I have a chance later on to tell you a little bit about those projects in our state. Our state has been very active in this movement, and I know that Donald Payne is very sorry not to be here. He has a family funeral today. Otherwise, he would be here, also with his brother, William Payne, also very active in this issue. And I will read now his statement. This is Congressman Donald M. Payne, 10th District, New Jersey, entitled Sudan, Prospects for Peace and the Challenges Ahead. Let me first express my appreciation to the organizers of this event. I deeply regret that I am unable to join you today for this very important conference. Over the past 3 decades, I traveled to dozens of countries worldwide, especially to Africa, to learn and inform about important developments. The crisis, The crisis in Sudan was a special interest for almost 2 decades because of the untold suffering in South Sudan, Darfur, and other parts of the country. I first visited Sudan in 1993 at the height of the North-South conflict. I went to the liberated areas and witnessed the devastation and suffering of southern Sudanese. The small town was near the Ugandan border, and one can see clearly across the river the forces of General Bashir. I made the decision then that I will do what I can to end the suffering and help end the war. As you are well aware, for almost 4 decades, Sudan was the scene of intermittent conflict. An estimated 2 million people died over 2 decades from war-related causes and famine in southern Sudan, and millions more were displaced. Religion was a major factor because of the Islamic fundamentalist agenda of the Bashir government. Social and economic disparities were also major contributing factors to the Sudanese conflict. The crisis in Darfur has led to a major humanitarian disaster with an estimated 1.9 million people displaced, more than 240,000 people forced into neighboring Chad, and an estimated 450,000 people killed. The people of Darfur continue to suffer, and prospects for lasting peace seem impossible at this juncture. In May 2011, Sudanese armed forces, the SAF, invaded Abyei, displacing an estimated 100,000 people. Among the displaced were an estimated 3,800 children. Bashir dissolved the joint Abyei administration, asserting that the decision was taken after consultation within the presidency, and appointed an administrator. The invasion of Abyei was premeditated. The Sudanese armed forces have been building up their military presence in this region since January 2011. The government of Sudan claimed that they attacked Abyei in order to restore law and order, but a day after the invasion, pro-government militias and government forces were seen looting and burning. The attack was not the first. In May 2008, government forces attacked Abyei and burned the town. A few weeks later, I went there to see the devastation. Over the past several years, a number of agreements were reached between the parties to diffuse tensions and resolve the status of Abyei. However, most of these agreements have not been implemented. This crisis is one of the many unresolved issues. In recent months, the Bashir government launched another campaign to terrorize and crush the people of southern Kordofan. During the war, many people from southern Kordofan fought alongside the South against the government of Sudan. Many died fighting for freedom and equality. The SPLM North has a strong presence in southern Kordofan. In early June, an SAF unit outside Kadugli, the capital of southern Kordofan, attempted to disarm SPLA forces. In Kadugli, elements of SAF and the police refused to disarm SPLA forces, triggering fighting within these forces. The SAF deployed reinforcements and began to target SPLA units and civilians. In early June 2011, the SPLM proposed to the ruling party in Khartoum that a joint delegation be deployed to southern Kordofan to resolve the crisis. A joint delegation was sent in early June 2011. An agreement was reportedly reached. 2 hours after the delegation left, however, government forces began to attack SPLA areas and target SPLM supporters. The residence of the deputy chairman of SPLM, General Abdul Aziz Adam al-Hilu, was attacked by government forces. The intention was to kill the deputy chairman. Who are the principal targets and victims of this campaign? The people of southern Kordofan. On September 1st, 2011, Bashir forces attacked the official residence of Governor Malik Agar of Blue Nile State. The objective? To kill the governor and crush pro-democracy forces. The Bashir regime is a major source of instability in the region and a government at war with its people. In order to transform Sudan into a peaceful and democratic country, a regime change is necessary. With the Bashir regime in power, the suffering of the Sudanese people will continue. We have called for regime change in Libya. Why not Sudan? And that is the message from Donald Payne.